Breaking news this evening. Alberta Health Services has come out with their organ donation statistics, and it's not looking good. The article shows that only about 8% of Albertans over the age of 18 are registered to donate their organs, with less than 1% of Edmonton residents signed up. This is far behind other provinces, such as Ontario and Nova Scotia, who are at 29 and 52% respectively. So, what does this mean for people on the waiting list? A 2015 report shows 765 Albertans on an organ waiting list, with 41 people dying from not receiving an organ. Luckily, 3D bioprinting is on the rise and may be able to bring these numbers to zero. This technology could create human tissue and organs from a person's own cells. Joe's FTD has obtained an exclusive interview with Dr. Tymko, a leading mechanical and biomedical engineer in the field of 3D bioprinting at the University of Alberta. We go to that right now. Thank you so much for joining us here today. So what is 3D bioprinting? Can you tell me a little bit about this technology? Absolutely. So 3D bioprinting uses pre-existing 3D printing technology to print living cells in a pattern for the desired use. So we'll print layer by layer to produce tissue-like structures. We have three main types of 3D bioprinting that are in use right now. Biomimicry is the first one, where we create structures identical to those found in the human body outside, which requires us to perfect the shape, framework, and microenvironment of what we're building. The exactness makes this technology very difficult. Then we have autonomous self-assembly, which relies on development and replication of embryonic cells, which we have in a petri dish, which in early stages of a cell create their own extracellular building blocks, which then we can use genetic code to tell them how to assemble themselves. Of course, this requires us to fully understand the microenvironment that we are working with, which is very difficult. And then finally, we have mini tissues, which is a combination of the self-assembly and the biomimicry, where we'll build small functioning components and then have them self-assemble to the tissue or organ that we are trying to print. What are some limitations to 3D bioprinting? Well, 3D bioprinting is limited by the immense cost behind it and the limitations in the technology we have available today. Prototype machines are incredibly expensive and difficult to get their hands on, and even when available, these 3D printed organs are only going to be available to the rich and wealthy to begin with. In terms of technology, a human organ is incredibly complex with many different cell functionalities. So to be able to create a compatible organ with a perfect microenvironment is going to be very difficult. Is 3D bioprinting being used right now? How is it saving lives today? Doctors have been saving the lives of babies by 3D printing hearts so that they can practice on them before actually performing surgery for infants with severe heart defects. And simple organs such as bladders and ears have already been created and implemented in those in need. Where can we expect this technology to go in the next few years, or maybe the next few decades? While there's no specific end goal, what we're looking forward to in the future is to have 3D printed organs that are reliably and affordably available to the public. This is something that we can hope to see in the next few decades. Currently, we're waiting on technology to improve so that we can print more complex structures, such as capillaries or urea collection ducts within kidneys. How will this technology improve public welfare in Alberta? We will see fewer fatalities due to organ failure, and there won't be as many people worrying about that kidney transplant they might need. Thank you so much, Dr. Tymko. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. 3D bioprinting will be saving thousands of lives in the decades to come. And now we go to David Kleinfeld for sports.